Live off dividends. What is the smallest amount of money to retire without working? Imagine waking up every day knowing that your money is working for you, without ever needing to clock in again. No boss, no deadlines, just pure financial freedom. But here's the catch. Most people think you need millions to retire on dividends. That's a lie. The truth is, with the right strategy, you might need way less than you think. What if I told you that with as little as $400,000, or even less, you could be living off your investments, covering your expenses, and never worrying about money again? It all comes down to smart investing, strategic tax planning, and making a few key financial moves that most people overlook. Ready to find out exactly how much you need, and how to get there faster than you ever imagined? Let's dive in. 1. Annual expenses and yield impact. The amount of money needed to live off dividends isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. It depends entirely on yearly expenses. Someone living frugally in a low-cost city might get by with $20,000 a year, while another person enjoying luxury travel and fine dining could need $100,000 or more. The lower your expenses, the less capital you'll need, making financial freedom much more attainable. Dividend yield plays a crucial role in this equation. A stock yielding 3% requires a far bigger portfolio than one yielding 5% to generate the same income. But chasing high yields blindly is a trap. Many of those stocks are unstable and risky. Instead, finding a balance between yield and stability is the key to ensuring your money keeps working for you without nasty surprises. Speaking of balance, how much do you really need in your portfolio to hit your number? Let's break it down. 2. Portfolio size calculation. Numbers don't lie. If you aim for $40,000 a year in dividend income, your portfolio size depends entirely on yield. At a 4% yield, you'd need $1 million invested. If you can secure a 5% yield, that drops to $800,000. But if you're stuck with a 3% yield, you'll need a hefty $1.33 million. The key: finding the sweet spot between returns and stability. Imagine two investors. One puts money into a solid 4% dividend fund and reaches financial freedom with $1 million, while the other chases an unstable 8% yield, only to watch their investments crumble. The goal isn't just passive income, it's sustainable income. That's where smart investment strategies come into play, ensuring your money keeps flowing no matter what. Let's talk about how to do that. 3. Investment strategies. A well-built dividend portfolio isn't just about throwing money at high-yield stocks, it's about strategy. The safest bet? Diversified dividend ETFs and funds like the Schwab US Dividend ETF, which spreads risk across multiple companies while providing steady income. These funds take the guesswork out of picking individual stocks, letting your money grow without constant monitoring. For those willing to take on a bit more risk, selecting individual dividend growth stocks can be a powerful move. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, and Procter & Gamble have a track record of increasing payouts for decades. Mixing strong ETFs with carefully chosen individual stocks gives the best of both worlds: stability and upside potential. But before jumping in, there's another factor to consider. Taxes and inflation can eat away at your hard-earned dividends if you're not careful. 4. Tax and inflation considerations. Dividends sound great, until taxes take a bite. Qualified dividends get a tax break, often taxed at 0 to 20% instead of regular income rates. But ordinary dividends, like those from REITs or some foreign stocks, can cost more in taxes. The smart move: using tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA, where dividends grow tax-free, or a traditional IRA, where taxes are deferred until withdrawal. That way, more of your money stays in your pocket. And then there's inflation, the silent wealth killer. If your dividend income stays flat while the cost of living rises, you're losing money without even realizing it. That's why investing in dividend growth stocks, companies that increase their payouts over time, is key. A portfolio that grows both in value and income ensures your purchasing power stays intact. But what if you could lower the amount of money you need to retire on dividends altogether? That's where reducing expenses and creating extra income streams come in. 5. Ways to reduce required capital. The less money you need to cover your lifestyle, the less you need invested. Simple math, right? Cutting major expenses like housing can dramatically shrink the size of the portfolio required to live off dividends. House hacking, where you rent out part of your home or buy a multi-unit property, can turn a living expense into an income stream. A frugal lifestyle doesn't mean sacrificing happiness. It means buying freedom faster. But reducing expenses isn't the only way to need less capital. Adding even a small extra income, whether from a side hustle, rental property, or Social Security, can significantly ease the pressure on your dividend portfolio. A retiree earning $1,000 a month from a passion project or part-time gig suddenly needs far less invested. The real key: combining smart investing, tax strategies, and expense management to create a bulletproof plan for financial independence. So, what's stopping you from making your money work for you instead of the other way around? You now have the blueprint. Cut expenses, invest smart, and use every advantage available to maximize your returns. The question is, will you take action or keep waiting, hoping for it someday to arrive? Because the truth is, financial freedom isn't reserved for the ultra-rich. It's for those who plan and execute. Imagine where you could be in 5 years if you start today. Will you be stuck in the same cycle, or will you be living off dividends, waking up with zero money worries? If you're serious about making this a reality, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll keep sharing the best strategies so you can reach financial independence faster. Let's make this happen.